Have you ever been close to someone who seemed nice at first only to realize they weren't who they appeared to be? Imagine going through life thinking that something is right, good or beautiful, only to meet someone who believes the exact opposite. They might tell you that it's okay to lie or steal if it benefits you, saying, "Who are you to judge?" When you try to explain your point of view, they laugh and mock you for being naive. Most people would just brush off such a person as wrong and move on. But what if this person is someone you love, like a family member or a friend? What if you're constantly arguing with them because of opposing views, and it leaves you feeling drained? This is where understanding the idea of the shadow within comes in. We often fail to see our own flaws, which means we can't fully understand ourselves. But it's much easier to spot the flaws in others. And that's why we sometimes blame others for our problems, saying things like, "They made me do it." By understanding the shadow within, you can start to see why some relationships make you feel exhausted. When you feel misunderstood, unseen, or unheard, it's worth asking, could there be parts of yourself that you re-ignoring or avoiding? Let's dive into this idea and see how it can help you understand your relationships better. What is the shadow within? In simple terms, the shadow is the part of us that holds all the things we try to hide: negative thoughts, emotions, or traits that we don't like about ourselves. These are the things we push away or deny because we think they are bad or unacceptable. For example, as children, we might get punished for showing anger, selfishness, or disobedience. Over time, we learn to hide these emotions to avoid trouble. But these hidden emotions build up and form part of our shadow. Imagine you grew up in a home where speaking up or standing your ground was punished. You might have learned to keep your feelings inside and always put others' needs first. As a result, your shadow self could hold on to feelings of anger or resentment even if you don't realize it. This repressed anger might show up unexpectedly, maybe as irritability or even passive-aggressive behavior. Or, if you were always compared to others, you might have developed a strong desire for approval, which could show up as seeking praise or becoming overly critical of others. When we interact with people, we usually focus on the good parts of them and ignore their negative traits. But everyone has both strengths and weaknesses. Sometimes we create an ideal image of others in our minds, and when their actions don't match that image, it can make us feel uncomfortable or confused. For example, a friend who's always nice to us might suddenly act in a way that seems selfish or manipulative. This can be jarring because it shatters our ideal view of them. It's important to remember that everyone has both light and shadow inside them. Why do we distance ourselves from people? There are several reasons why you might want to distance yourself from someone. Personal growth. Sometimes you may have outgrown a relationship. You've changed, and your values or interests no longer align. This doesn't mean you're better than them. It just means you've moved on. Toxicity. If someone is constantly negative, manipulative, or judgmental, it can drain your energy. Protecting your emotional well-being means setting boundaries with such people. Drama. Some people bring unnecessary drama into your life, gossiping, spreading rumors, or creating conflict. Avoiding this can help reduce stress. One-sided relationships. If you feel like you're always giving and not receiving, it can lead to frustration. A healthy relationship should be balanced, and sometimes distancing yourself helps restore that balance. Change in circumstances. Sometimes life changes, like moving or starting a new job, naturally create distance. Lack of trust. Trust is key in any relationship. If it's broken, it might be time to step away to protect yourself. Signs someone doesn't want you in their life anymore. It can be hard to realize when someone no longer wants you in their life. But there are subtle signs. They don't make time for you. If they cancel plans, never reach out, or only interact briefly. They might not value your presence. They don't listen to you. If they ignore your opinions, dismiss your feelings, or never ask about your life, they might not see you as important. They exclude you from important moments. If they don't invite you to birthdays, family events, or milestones, it could mean you're not a priority for them. They keep secrets from you. Trust is crucial, and if they confide in others but not you, it might mean they don't fully trust you. They're overly critical. Constant criticism without understanding can be draining. If they focus more on your flaws than supporting you, that's a red flag. They don't reciprocate kindness. Relationships should be give and take. If you're always giving but never receiving, they might not appreciate you as much as you think. Final thoughts: by recognizing the shadow within, we can better understand why some relationships leave us feeling drained. It's important to embrace all parts of ourselves, even the ones we don't like, so that we can avoid projecting them onto others. It's also essential to create healthy boundaries, recognize when a relationship is toxic, and be honest with ourselves about how others treat us. If this video helped you understand more about relationships and the shadow within, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching.